So today I'm going to show you how a textbook, a scan document, or any PDF can read on Adobe Reader. So we're first going to go over into the menu over in the bottom left-hand corner and go to the control panel. For different computers, these might look differently, but we're going to go over to speech recognition on the bottom right. If it doesn't show up here, you can always go into the search control panel or the search arrow up here and just type in speech recognition. So we're going to click on text to speech. And from here, you can change the voice selection by clicking on this drop-down arrow. Many times you can import different speakers or voice selections from the internet, but for today we only have one choice, so this is what we're going to choose. To preview the voice to make sure that you like it, you can hit this preview voice button right here.
You have selected Microsoft English United States as the computer's default voice.
So if you didn't like that, you can come back up here and change it or go onto the internet and search for different voices that you can use. If you didn't like the speed of it, you can slow it down or make it faster by changing the voice speed. But today we're just going to leave it. If you were to change the voice selection or the voice speed, you would have to hit apply and then OK. But for today, we didn't change anything. So now I'm going to show you how to install Adobe Reader. So you'll just open up the internet and type in Adobe Reader, like I am now. And for now, we're going to the first website that pops up, but just make sure you click on the appropriate link. So you'll let the page load, and then you will install it. Since we already have it installed on our computer, I'm not going to install it, but you'll just have to wait for the installation to load, and then you'll be able to open it up. So from here, you'll go down into the bottom left, and you'll type in Acrobat, which is what you just downloaded. It is the same thing as Adobe Reader, and you'll open it. So from here, you'll want to go and make sure that the voice setting you set on your computer is the same in Adobe. So you go into Edit, and you'll go down to Preferences, and you'll want to scroll down until Reading. Over here, you're going to want, these will normally be selected. If you chose a different voice, you'll have to unselect this use default voice and change it to the voice that you selected. So we're just going to want to make sure it's Microsoft Anna. You can change the volume over here, but for today I'm just going to leave it. You can also change the pitch and the words per minute to your preferences. If the voice on Adobe Reader is not the same as the one in your control settings for your computer, your document will not read to you. So just make sure these are the same, and then just change the volume, pitch, and words per minute to your preference. And then by making sure this in your your computer settings are the same, you will select OK. And then you can open a document from here. So I'm just going to open up this document right here. And then from here, you can let your document load, depending on if it has images. If it's a larger document, it might take longer to read, but seeing that this is only 16 pages and it's mostly just text, it should load pretty fast. So we're going to go up in the top left and go to View, and we're going to go to Read Out Loud, and then activate Read Out Loud. Once again, like I said, larger text, it might take a couple minutes for it to load, but this one should be relatively fast. So you can go back into View, and you can do Read This Page Only, and it'll start reading to you.
A doll's house. Seen the room furnished comfortably and tastefully, but not extravagantly. At the back, a door to the right leads to the entrance hall. Another to the left leads to Helmer's study. Between the doors.
And then to get it to pause, you can go back into Read Out Loud and then hit pause where the resume button is now, or stop. Hitting Read This Page Only helps because you don't have to keep clicking on the text that you want it to read. You can also open up your documents by going into where your text document, any PDF that you want to read, by just clicking on it through your computer settings. So you just go here and go to computer, but I already have it open, so we're just gonna go from here. So you just go into wherever your document is and just open it. And then once again, you just go back into view and then read out loud, activate view, or activate read out loud, and then read this page only, like I did previous. And that's how you get your PDF to read to you.